Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ajus Michael, aka Advocate for Men. If you're new to this channel, just subscribe, like, share, and follow me on all my social media platforms. Alright, so today I'll be talking to you about temperament. I know it's a popular topic, a lot of people has done so much work on temperament, but why I had to do this particular piece was because of my last two videos, about the trauma of Adam, and then I did another piece. So this is like the continuity of the previous piece. The piece was love languages. Amazing piece. If you've not seen that video, pause this particular video, go and watch that so you can understand, the continuity of this story. And so from the trauma of Adam to five love languages, and then now the personality. And I feel that this is very critical to the previous video. It puts more context and then it creates more awareness. So the bigger question from those two videos, was who was man? So who was man? That translates to who are you? So you have to know yourself. Your self-awareness is very important. That's why I did five love languages, and I feel that without understanding your temperament, you can't even successfully understand what five love languages are and how to understand what your love language is as a person. Because I have an argument that your five love languages is dominant or predicated on your temperament, and I've done a bit of study on that, and I am not concluding, but I have a strong argument that your temperament has a huge part to play in your love language. So that's why we are talking about the temperament today. So what is temperament? So that's the first question. What is temperament? So temperament is a person's nature, the person's nature, especially what determines your behavior or what determines your lifestyle. So that is temperament. Another definition of temperament is that is a personality trait, that determines someone's behavior. So number one, it is your nature. Number two, it is your personality trait. So whether you say nature or you say personality trait, it's the same thing. But the bottom line is that this particular thing conforms, or determines how you behave, how you think, how you feel, how you talk, how you react to things, how you respond, why you are quiet, why you are loud, all of those things. Why you like to be in a very social environment, why you like being alone. Everything is a construct of your personality, and that cannot change. All right. And moving forward, let me just say this, that someone said something. I think it was Dr. Jairus Daniels that said that your personality is actually a major factor in your purpose. And so God did not do any mistake by creating the way He created you. That was the bottom line. So God created you this way because of a particular reason, and so that reason has to be, fulfilled. But that purpose cannot be successful without your personality being a major force, driving that purpose. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So if your purpose is to be organizational, if your purpose is to organize things, to arrange, to do project management, all of those things, to write, to be analytical, it means your personality, is a driver, of that purpose. So it's important. And so now we've established the definition of personality, why there are personalities. So what are the personalities? That's the next question. So we have two major personality traits. We have the extroverts or the extroverts and the introverts. So the extroverts are the outgoing people, people that are outgoing, social, expressive, So I'm going to using the word expressive a lot and non-expressive, because that word, encompasses, what a particular trait is and what the other trait is not. So every time you hear the word extrovert, just know it's talking about expression. Somebody that is outgoing, somebody that can talk, somebody that is out, somebody that is open, somebody that is jovial, somebody that is loud, somebody that is the talker. It's talking about extroverted. And when you hear the word introvert, it means someone that is not expressive or reserved. And so an introvert is reserved, an extrovert, is outgoing and expressive. So another thing is that introverts have good energy level, but then it's not as high as an extrovert. Alright, and so the introverts like solitude, they like being alone, they like doing their thing by themselves, they enjoy their own company. They don't need an external force, to enjoy. They don't need somebody to keep their company. They are their own company. They spend time with themselves. They love solitude. They love calmness. They love quietness. They love empty place, just them and them alone. They feel good. That's the only way they can recuperate. That's the only way they can organize themselves. Like that. But for an extrovert needs energy. You need to be in the midst of people, stay with people, talking to people. That's the only way they draw energy. To do whatever they need to do. So I've talked about the two major personality traits, but other that we have other 4 types. So the 4 types are under the first 2. So for extroverts, there are 2 under that. For introverts, there are 2, types under that. So for the extroverts, we have the sanguine, or otherwise known as sanguine. That's the correct pronunciation. Sanguine and the choleric. So these 2 personality traits are under extroverts. So they are the expressive ones. While under the introverts, we have the melancholy and the phlegmatic. Alright, we have the melancholy. I'm going to explain what that is. And it's important you understand these things. It's important to know. See, the first step to knowing who you are is knowing your personality. Because the first question of existentialism is, who are you? So how do you answer that question, who are you, if you don't understand your personality trait? So it's important. And so we have the sanguine, we have the melancholy, we have the choleric, and we have the phlegmatic. Alright, so I'm going to take you through these 4 basic personality traits. So when you hear the word sanguine, what comes to mind is air. So I'm going to liken it. This is not my personal definition or opinion. It's science, alright. It's psychology, alright. So they see sanguine as air. That's what they are liking them to, air. So meaning that they are out there. So they are the ones that are always outgoing. When you see professions like marketing, professions like travel, professions like fashion, cooking, sport, and that is around that, events, music, dance, people that party, just know it's sanguine. Because what they do is that they are outgoing. So let me give you the strength and the weakness of this personality, sanguine. That's the first one. So number 1, they are sociable. They interact with people. They're the one that will enter into a room, hi, what's up? They greet this one, greet that one, ask them their name, tell them their own name. Oh, you're good. Oh, you're looking good. They are the ones. Once you see people, when you see anybody, exhibiting that kind of trait, that person is sanguine. They are sociable. Number 2, they are charismatic. Yeah, they have a lot of charisma. The courage is always there. That's number 3, they are outgoing. Number 4, they are confident. Number 5, they are warm-hearted. Yes, I love that about sanguine so much. They are warm-hearted. Number 6, they are pleasant. Another one is they are lively, they are optimistic, They are a fun lover. They are spontaneous, a preventer of dull moments, a quick apologizer, an easy friend maker. So when you see all these traits is under sanguine, that's who they are. And so already you know where you belong. If you're a sanguine, you would have known, oh, so I do this, I do that. But the only problem with sanguine, they are most of the time they are taken for granted because of their outgoing nature, and so there's tendency that people will take them for granted or not take them serious. When you see people that crack jokes a lot, they are the sanguines. Yoruba call them amuludun. So Yoruba is very rich. They have names for all these things. They are called the amuludun. So they are the sanguines. All right. So let me talk about their weakness. So the weakness, number one, they are impulsive. Number two, chronically late. So I see people that are very, very late to events, late to their wedding. Somebody told me that someone, is in the habit of coming late till they finish university. He used to come late to class, and to work he always come late. Till his wedding day, he came late to wedding. So people are chronic late comers. So when you see sanguine, and the reason is that they have so many activities, so they are easily carried away by things. You understand? So that's their weakness. Another one is that they are shameless. Very, very shameless set of people. Very, very shameless. Another one is that they are forgetful. Yes, they are forgetful because many things is running in their head. So they can jump from one thing and jump to another. They've forgotten this one, so they are forgetful. Another one is that a compulsive talker. They talk. They are too loud, sometimes too happy. So some people just be asking, okay, what is making you happy? You cannot even figure out because something serious is happening and this person is just happy. One thing about sanguine is that they create their own happiness. They create it, and that's why if you want to really live long, you need a sanguine in your life. That will create a very nice, a pleasant experience for you. So that's that. Another one is that distractible. Yes, easily distracted. They will come into the room with the mind to come and pick something, and they will see another thing. They've forgotten what they wanted to pick. In fact, they can say, just you get it now. Are you seeing, a child being sent to go and buy something, and from there went to play ball? And he came back in the night and he could not even remember what they asked him to buy. It's sanguine. That's their nature. That's what they do. They will send him to go and do something. They will not do it. They will go to another place. They will not come and say, Mommy, what do you ask? What did you say I should buy? I forgot. I did not hear. I did not remember. That's sanguine for you. That's their weakness. That's the distractible. So not interested in following through with tasks that are boring. Yes. Sanguine needs spontaneity. Like you have to be giving it to them back to back. We have to be, pumping them before they can do anything. If not, they don't like boredom. So they are self-absorbed. They are an exaggerator. Some people can exaggerate. As I'm talking, I'm remembering somebody that likes to exaggerate because their mouth is too sweet. When you say anybody, that's why comedians will make, because it's a natural habitat to create something, exaggeration. They did something, that's like they plenty things. Those kind of people. So sanguine, that's one of their weaknesses. I've told you about the strength, but you have to understand your weakness. If you're a sanguine, just to know how to manage your weakness. All right. There's someone who appears unauthentic. Yes, this happens a lot because of their ability to switch, emotion. They can switch personality. So they can be sad now. They can walk into it and somebody is crying. They will start crying with that person. What is wrong with you? Oh, so sorry. And that person will jump into that same room and it's actually, hey, Paulo. It's the same person. It's just their personality. So they can switch moods. And they are not pretending. They are not unauthentic. It's just their personality. And so is that they appear unauthentic. They are not unauthentic. Is that they appear unauthentic. But really they are. It's just their emotion switch. And that's very beautiful. Fleg suffers this a lot. They don't even know how to even switch from the emotion to another at all. So they maintain that. So that's for sanguine. So the next one is choleric. So I told you sanguine is air, ability to move around, do things. Choleric is fire. Choleric is fire. So what's choleric? So choleric, they are strong, ambitious, hard, disciplined, stern kind of people. And so what's their strength? Number one, they're ambitious. I've said that already. They're ambitious, they're passionate, they are leader-like, they are focused, efficient, practical, good at planning, good at problem solving, confident, motivating, a delegator, usually right, great in an emergency. And so you see cholerics, they are the types that once they say a thing, they don't look back on that thing. They must follow it through. And so most of the arbitrators of this let your yes be yes, they are the type of let your yes be yes. So when they say something, they just stick to it. They are project driven. They carry a particular task, they take it to the latter, and they don't care anything that happens. They are less emotional. That's one of it. They are less, because they are less emotional, it helps them, to be able to navigate well, smoothly. They are not easily distracted by anything. They are goal getters. Alright, so they are fire. Use the word fire because they are hot. They are hot-tempered people. They are hot-tempered people. Really, really, really hot-tempered people. Except, you have the Holy Spirit in you that will help you calm that temper down. Cholerics are. So, they are roles. They are leaders, they are producers, they are builders. So, what's their weakness? They are aggressive. Yes, I've said they are hot-tempered, so they are aggressive. Highly aggressive. The second is that they are domineering. So that's your weakness as a choleric. If you don't understand, so cholerics don't need your opinion. They are that kind of people. Okay, no even talk. I don't want to hear anything. They don't believe you have an opinion. So with that, they are domineering. And part of democratic leadership is that you allow everybody to talk, then you seek everybody's opinion, then you do. So they have the tendency of not even seeking opinion. Once it enters their head, this is what, and they are clear about what they want to do. They don't even care. They don't want to ask questions. Okay, go and do it. That's who they are. They are inflexible. I've said they are very rigid. They are inflexible. They are impatient. Rude and tactless. Yes. So because of their nature, they appear rude. They don't, because they don't know how to mince words. They don't know how to talk gently, softly, calmly. They just dish it out like that. So they appear rude and tactless. Yeah. Argumentative. Yes. Choleric can argue. God. They can argue. The reason why they will argue is because they read more and they dwell more on their own. See, they believe that if they don't know it, they won't talk about it. So it is what they know. They can fight for that thing, and they will make sure they win the argument. So cholerics are. So if you are a choleric, please pray against the argument, because they have a tendency to argue a lot. So another thing is unable to relax. Yes, call them cholerics in Jesus' name. They don't like relaxing. They don't like to rest. It's work. You know why? Because a part of their brain is always working. If they don't like idleness, so once they feel idle, it's as though they are useless, and so they like work. So they don't relax. Uncomfortable around the emotions. Yes, you cannot cry beside choleric. He'll be looking at you. He will not even say sorry. So if you cry finish, he will tell you what is wrong. They are like that because they don't have emotions like that. So they are very, very, very comfortable around emotions. So low on empathy. Yes, that's what they are low on that. I've said that. They are very low on empathy. They will not see you and feel sorry for. They don't feel God help cholerics. They don't really feel sorry for things. They just move and do what they have to do. That I'm sick, I'm not feeling well. They will not even tell you sorry. But they can just say sorry and just, do the next. What do you have to do? Go and do it. That's who they are. Discouraged by failures. Yes, they are really discouraged by failures. Cholerics. You know why? Because they are goal getters. And because they pump all the energy into doing that thing. Once they sense any, thing like failure, they get really depressed. So too busy for people. That's another weakness. Too busy. Is that I have something to do. I cannot come to this party and you say, and you think I should come to this party. You cannot call, should I leave what I'm doing and just come and attend to you? Do you think I don't have something I'm doing? These kind of people, it's just their personality that is playing out. They don't mean it though. They are not wicked though. So they are just wicked. They are not just wicked. But it's that their personality will just play out at some point. And so, they don't have time for you. Do you get statements like that from people that I don't have time, I have a lot of things to do, choleric, it's just playing out. So they are intolerant. Oh my God, they are highly intolerant. They don't tolerate nonsense. They don't tolerate. That's why fire is just the right word for them. The fire does not tolerate. It's still they don't tolerate. So the last one is a leader who demands leadership. Loyalty. Cholerics demand loyalty. A lot. Once they sense, any form of illoyalty, they fire you. Bosses are quick to fire. Any small thing they have to go in. I don't want to hear. Because they are highly tolerant and they demand loyalty. So that's for cholerics. So if you forget anything, do not forget that sanguines are air and cholerics are fire. So let's move to phlegmatic. Number 3, phlegmatic. Phlegmatic is cold. So they are cold. So we use the word water. Still waters. They are the calm people. I love phlegmatics. I love phlegmatics because they love their own peace. So because they love their own peace, they dish out peace. They don't even want problems, so they don't give you problem. Cholerics are friendly. They are loving. You use the word dove for them. Dove. Because they are just like that. So still waters is the perfect one for them. So what's their strength? Number 1, they are relaxed. Yes, relaxed. They are quiet and calm, content with themselves. They are kind. They are consistent. They are faithful to process. They are accepting. They are affectionate. They are peacemaking. They are lovers. They are curious. They are observant. They are easy friend makers. So whenever you see cholerics, they have this weird personality, and they are attractive. Oh, flex are actually very attractive because of their personality. They are just calm. You meet them and say, "Oh, what's up? How are you? Oh my God, don't try phlegmatics." And you see all the personalities, regardless of their differences, we first want to take towards flag, because flag is the still water, is what everybody will like, everybody will do. Flag will just come around and they will see it and they know how to balance things out with people. They are not very loud, they are not loud at all, they are very reserved, calm, easy. And every person likes an easy person. So flex are like that. So their weakness is that sometimes shy. Yes. When you understand the power of manipulation, shyness is one of those things. Because naturally, if you are shy to a sanguine will ask you, what's wrong with you? You see, shyness helps them to open up conversations. But then, what do we say? They are still shy, very shy. They are fearful to change. Yes, you have to watch. Flex have to watch that. They are too rigid. They don't like change. And so if it is A, they have to maintain A. Once you say we are not doing A anymore, we are doing B, you have scattered their mind. So that's that. Prone to laziness. Yes, flex are prone to laziness because they don't want to allow. They cannot. The problem is that they don't have so much energy to push something for themselves or by themselves, and so they are sometimes lazy. Stubborn. Yes, flex. I've not seen that stubbornness before. Flex. Very, very, very stubborn. Very, very stubborn. This is a stubborn person. It's flake. You know why? Because everything is in their mind. They process everything in their mind. They do everything. They carry out that task in their mind, and so they have a set way of doing things. They have a mindset, and so whenever you ask them to do something, they are just rigid. They are very stubborn. They are very, very stubborn. I don't even know what they are very stubborn, sha. Another one is that, yeah, passive aggressive. Yes, passive. See, they be doing as if they don't have power to do anything, but they are aggressive. You see the way their defense is very strong. Both their defense and their offense is very strong. So when you talk to them, the way they will attack you, you see, you think that mama, calm down, what's going on here, you know. But then is their personality. Indecisive, yes, they don't know how to decide, you know, what to do and how to do what to do, and so they are confused. So they try better when somebody can, you know, map out things for them. Yeah, they work better with that. They are loyal to process. You understand? They are just, but then, you know, they will need somebody to map out things for them. So they're indecisive. They are permissive. Yes, they allow everything. They just allow everything. Anything that comes, okay. Because they want to allow. Okay, they are permissive. Not goal oriented. See, they are not looking for anything. It's their ultimate goal is peace of mind. So they are not really, really ambitious. They're not looking for too much. They are content. It's as though too much contentment is their problem. You know, when you are too content, so content that you are not even ambitious at all, you're never looking for anything. You're just okay. You're just okay. That's who they are. Unlike choleric. Choleric is never okay. Choleric can start 5 businesses in one day because of their nature. You know, and that does not make a flag, you know, a bad person or not a good personality. But then is what it is. Alright. So they are unenthusiastic, yes. Too compromising, undisciplined, discouraging, non-participative. So because of their reserved nature, introverted nature, they are not participative and participative. They are discouraging. So that's that for phlegmatic. So the last one is melancholic. Melancholic, they are people that are introverted but very, 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 very meticulous and detailed. So when you see people who likes planning, when you see people who likes organizing, when you see people who likes details about things, in fact, the first trait you see is that they are writers. They like writing, they like jotting down. You see journal and melancholy, they are 5 and 6. You know why? I believe that because maybe their brain is also large to keep things, so they prefer documenting. But one of the things they do after documenting is that they ensure that they go back to that document and save all of those things in their memory. And so you see people that remembers dates, they are melancholy. They remember dates, they remember events, they don't forget things. You will tell them, you would have seen it. If you call somebody and say like, you know that day we are talking, they will say, no, it was not that day. It was on the something of something. We were at so place. We were doing so. It was so time, so seconds, so minutes. They will give you all the details and they will tell you exactly you said. How did they even get that? Because they have a journal kind of lifestyle. So melancholy. So let me talk about their strength. They are thoughtful. They are thoughtful because they think through their emotions. So they are deep thinkers, but they think through their emotions. Highly thoughtful. You see, they think. If you buy something for them, they think so much. If you give them things, they think. If you do something to them, they think about it. So they think through their emotions. So they are highly emotional. They are considerate, yes. They are cautious, very cautious. They are non-risk takers. They don't like risk a bit. So they are organized, yes. Put things in proper, arrange. Oh my God, you see, melancholies, I love melancholies because they know how to arrange. They know how to organize. Organizing events, So you see that melancholies are more administrative. I'm still going to talk about things they can do. They are more administrative, alright? So they're excessive planners, they are schedule oriented, they are detailed, they are highly creative in poetry, art and invention. So people, males are writers. Males are writers. They are narratives. They know how to write stories because they think deep, right? Then they are independent. They are good at preventing problems. So males are very, very good. See, the truth of the matter is that you need the 4 personality traits in your life. The 4. So let me talk about the weakness. Number 1, they are obsessive. Highly obsessive. What is their own is their own. They are obsessive. All those people. The second one is that they are too cautious. Yes, it's a weakness. Whether I like it or not, you can't be too cautious. We live in a risky world. We live in a world where risk, we have to embrace risk actually. In this present, you have to embrace risk. But because they don't know how to take risk, so it's a weakness for them. They are prone to depression. Yes. Because they are highly emotional. What do you even think? When somebody is too emotional, any small thing they cry. Oh my God. You give them, they will cry. You make them happy, they will cry. Oh, which kind of personality trait is this one? But then, what do we do? So, they are highly emotional set of people. Highly emotional. As beautiful as that is, it's actually a weakness. So, they are perfect. Oh my God, they are perfectionists. You have to know that males are perfectionists. If it's not pristinely perfect, you will not see males there. Difficult to please, yes. Deeply affected by tragedy, yes, because they are emotional, right? Sometimes a procrastinator, and it's somehow that males actually are procrastinators. They are sometimes procrastinator. I will do it, yeah. Discontent with themselves and others, yes, because they hold themselves to a state of perfection. Prone to play the martyr, yes. So see, males will rather accept the blame, just whatever it is, just tell me, let me know, than they play the martyr. So what's their roles? Artists, musicians, inventors, philosophers and doctors. So let me quickly rush through what these personality traits can do. Number 1, for sanguine, they can do marketing, they can do travel, fashion, cooking, sports. For phlegmatic, nurse, because they are hospitable, they are welcoming. Nurse, teaching, psychology or counseling, child development, social service. For choleric, management, technology. That's choleric for you. It's at place. That's why they are fire. Management, technology, statistics, engineering, programming, business. So when somebody that is highly business oriented, it's not something that is imparted or something that you learn. Do you understand? It's their personality. I've seen so many cholerics, and there's something about all of them. They like business. And because you know why they would do all of these things? Because they are risky. And all of these jobs you see, they are jobs with high risk. So that's why you can find them there. They are not intimidated by risk. They will take it. Their language, so you understand the language they speak, like, if you perish, you perish. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So when you see those things, you know that this is a choleric. So business. So melancholy, management also, yes, because of their ability to plan and schedule, they can do management. Accounting, because they are meticulous, accounting, social work and administration. So you see all of these personality traits, otherwise known as temperament, is crucial. So now you know what your personality trait and your temperament is. You shall know now. So you now realize that the problem we have in the world today is the problem of identity. It's called identity crisis. Is that because you don't know yourself enough, then you're doing what is not designed for you, and what you're not designed for. And so it is somehow you know, I don't say it is wrong, but it's somehow for you to see a flag, going to study accounting. And that's why the awareness you have will help you, to create awareness to your children. So as an individual, you have to know all these things so that when you give birth to your children, you know where they belong. So you will not pick a flag to go and be doing a sanguine thing or a melancholy thing or a choleric thing. You cannot pick a choleric to go and be doing a sanguine thing or a phlegmatic, job. So if you understand proper alignment, and that's why you have to understand the 3 domains also, the 3 major domains, the affective, the psychomotor, and the cognitive. Once you understand these 3 domains, you understand personality traits, it is easy for you to navigate. In fact, once you can understand your personality traits, it helps you to be able to select who you are going to marry. Such that the fact that you are a choleric does not mean, so cholerics don't do well with males, with flex at all. Because cholerics, once they see that you are abused, they will leave you. They are less emotional, and this is flag, looking for attention. This is flag, looking for somebody, looking for quality time. Do you understand? And cholerics cannot dwell in that kind of environment with him. You see, you have to, once you understand, a sanguine also cannot deal with, a melancholy like that, because sanguine is just spontaneous, doing anyhow. But a male will say, Ghana process, so take your time, let's do this. You will need them. That's what I'm saying. But then, to live with those kind of people successfully is work. But if you can understand that your difference in itself is what you need, not your similarity. Your difference is what you need, not your similarity. And so, what you should look out for is your difference. So, what do I know how to do? What strength do I have? What weakness do I have? So, you're not supposed to marry your strength. You're supposed to marry your weakness. So that person complements, you. And so, if you're a sanguine, marry a male or marry a coal. It will help you. But then, there are sub-personalities where you have male flag, coal sang, and all of those things. So some people can juggle between 2 personalities. One is strong, but the stronger one is the dominant one. So if you know you don't have this personality trait and you will need it, it's better you marry that person. I don't see why a male, should marry a male. The house will be too quiet. I don't see reason why a choleric should marry a choleric. They will not have time for their children. Can you see now? But cholerics always attract one another. Go and see cholerics. You will see major of their friends are cholerics. That's their problem. Major of their friends are cholerics. Alright? And sanguine, you have a lot of sanguine as friends. So if you understand your personality and you understand your strength and weakness, you then understand, or you know how to choose, your partner. All of these things are important in choosing a partner. They are important in living even your normal life, your friends, your employees, your partners. All these things are important. And so if you're a flag or you're a coal, for example, you will need a sanguine and a melancholy in your team. But then you need the influence of a flag, so that when everywhere is hot, flag will now say, why are you fighting? Why are you shouting? This place is too warm. Let us go on a break and come back. You see, that's where we need each other. But then for husband and wife, you have to find your suitable personality. There are some personalities that are wrong. They are wrong. That it's only God's intervention that can help you. But then, why do you have to wait for God to intervene when you can prevent? You understand? So you have to understand this personality. It helps you to know who you are. Then know. So if I want to marry, for example, I know my personality trait. I'm not going to marry my personality. I'm going to marry something that complements my personality. That complements. I find it very, very difficult to work with a sanguine. They look too unserious for me. They look too unserious for me. My time is precious. But sanguine, they are just playing around there. You understand? So a sang is a no. Do you understand? But if it is sang male or is a male sang, it works better. In fact, male sang well works better, but male flag too works perfectly well for a chord. So you understand how the personality works. And so I will leave you to go through your findings. There are tests you can take online to determine your personality if you don't know it. There are tests you can take. Just go online, take those tests, and it helps you to understand who you are. I hope this video has really helped you. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please watch the Trauma of Adam, watch the 5 love languages, and every other video I made. The 5 C's before you shoot your shot is another amazing content. You have to go watch all of those. You see, everything is just working together, so you have to understand it. So thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.